How y'all doing? Man, I ain't been able to figure out how to get this light set to where it don't reflect off my glasses real bad. Today's video I'm doing on account of one of my longtime subscribers asking to help him out because he's having a hard time understanding how to wire up his three-way switch circuit. Okay, and a three-way switch circuit can get a little bit confusing if you're not real careful, but once it clicks for you, you'll never have another bit of problem as long as you live. And in our example here, we're going to be using there'll be two different types of Romex. When I say Romex, I mean the wiring that you have in your house. If you look at it, it'll have like it'll be kind of flat, and it'll have a white plastic insulation. And you peel that back, then you'll find brown paper around it, and you get that out of the way, and then you'll finally find your insulated wires and your bare ground wire. Well, what I'm gonna talk to you about and work with today is what's called 12-2 with ground, okay, and 12-3 with ground. But anyway, this is the wire we're going to be working with: 2 conductor wire and 3 conductor wire, and ground. All right. Now, it might help if I just show you a simple diagram for a switch first. So let's just pretend we've got power coming in here, and it goes over there. Let's say we've got a light or something over here, and I got power coming in. I want to power up this light. That represents a switch, and at present time, that switch is turned off. Okay? When you flip the switch, then it does that, and it completes the circuit. Okay? And then electricity flows. I'm going to turn that switch off again, and that's what it looks like in its off position. Now, what if, just for the sake of argument, what if I come up here and I had another wire, and it was wired to that position of that switch, so that when I flip the switch that way, I no longer have power on my black wire. Now I got power on my red wire. If I don't want power on my red wire, I flip the switch and say I don't want power on my red wire. But because the switch doesn't have a choice, it's either going to power the black or it's going to power the red. One of them is going to be engaged because I don't have another position for this switch. And this is how a three-way switch works. Now, let me shrink this down a little bit. So, we're going to come in here with electricity, and we're going to come in to our three-way switch. And let's see here. And then we're going to go back out. Okay, now this is really, really simple. If this is common, and this is common, and that, these are called travelers. That's where a traveler wire is. Those are travelers. That's where the electricity travels. Okay? So this switch has got to be in one of those positions. So I'm going to just put it up here. Just for the sake of argument, we're going to say it's up here on the red wire right now. And this over here, I'm going to leave it on the black wire. Okay? Here's a switch, and I'm going to say we got it flipped to where it's touching the black wire, or the black traveler. Coming from our line voltage in my 12-2 with ground, I also have a white wire. Blue is going to represent white, okay? And it is going to be over here because you got to complete the circuit. So for my light to work, I've got to come in here with my power. And you don't break your white wire, you break your black wire. So that when you're up here in the box up in the ceiling and you're working with it, you know that black wire is supposed to be the hot wire. So we come in here and let's see, my switch is thrown up here, but it's not there. So the light is not going to work. If I flip the switch that way, it will. Well, what if I come over here and I say I don't want that, and I flip my switch this way? My power comes in here and it stops. It can't get to the light. And we can flip these back and forth all we want to. I can flip this one down here now and my light comes on. And I can flip it up there and the light goes off. So my three-way switches only have two places they can go. They can go here, they can go there. They go here, they can go there. Now, I'm going to clean this up while you're watching a little clip that I recorded at Lowe's. I actually went to Lowe's this morning with my cell phone and I made a little video showing you what a three-way switch looks like. So while you are watching that clip, I'll get ready for the next step here. Okay, so here we have the ground on one side and the common on the other. And up top are the two travelers. So common down here, traveler, traveler, and ground. Okay, we'll go to our diagram now. All right. Well, I hope that looking at that switch helped clear it up for you. If you recall now from just looking at that, we're going to pretend this is a switch, and right here is going to be common. We call this common because this is the common wire that carries my electricity. Because I'm going to come in here from my power with my black wire and I'm going to connect to that common right there. Okay? And then remember, I've got a traveler and a traveler. And this is, we're going to call that switch number 1. And then at the top of the stairs or the other side of the room, we'll have switch number 2. And it's got a common. And it's got a traveler and a traveler, okay? So just like I drew you a minute ago, I'm going to come off of here with my red wire, And I can go to either one of these. It doesn't matter which one I go to. It does not matter. I could go to this one right here if I want to, so that they're all uniform. When I look in one box and the other, I see the exact same thing. I can do that. But it's a lot easier for me to draw it if I just go straight. But for right now, we'll just go ahead. And I'm going to wire both of them, make them look just alike. And we'll show you that it doesn't matter here in just a second. And then we're going to come over here with the black wire. That means I'm not connected right there. Okay? So here's common, and that's black. And remember, we have white coming in. This is my Romex coming in with power, so I got my white wire right here. Well, with my 12-3 with ground, I have a red wire, a black wire, a ground wire, and a white wire. And what I'll do, we bring this Romex in here in this switch box right here, and I'm going to tie that white to that white. And when we get over here to where the light is, the light uses a black and white wire. Okay? So in my 12-3 with ground, I've got red, I've got black, I've got white, and I've got a bare copper ground. And if we did use it, that bare copper ground would be coming in with this Romex and would tie right there. And then the bare copper ground that's in this 12-3 with ground, it would tie here, and it would tie there. And then we would also have our piece of Romex coming in from our light, and it would tie there. Okay? So, there's my common. And I can flip to that position. And here's my common, let's say. And I flip to that position. And all is good. Power comes in, it goes out here, there, to my light. I decide I don't want that, I'm going to flip over here, and now the light goes off because power's coming in my common, out the red, but there's no connection here. I would have to flip that switch to make that work. And that's how you wire a three-way switch. If you have any questions, I urge you to Google it. Google three-way switch diagram. It'll help you because it's a lot prettier drawing than what I've done. But the main thing is, don't get hung up on your white wire. Anywhere you got white wires, tie them together. Your black wire coming in for power ties to a common, and your black wire coming out of the other common goes to your light or whatever you're powering up. Okay? Alright. Well, that is wiring a three-way switch. Y'all try to stay out of trouble. Have a wonderful day and a better tomorrow. Bye.